Hello and welcome. You're watching Tech 24. I'm Julia Seeger. In this edition, can big data and powerful algorithms solve the growing problem of unemployment worldwide? We'll ask that question to the VP of Predictive Analytics at Monster, a job search platform that's been around since 1994. And another epic installment on the set of Tech 24 this week as we test the Hypersuit, a VR simulator that enables you to escape from your reality to explore new, breathtaking universes. And he's only 24 years old, and his aim is to reduce unemployment in France by 10% in only 1 year. After finishing his studies at the University of California, Berkeley, Paul Douan, a French citizen, has returned to France to launch a new promising website to help thousands of jobless people find work, thanks to powerful algorithms. But how does it work exactly? Anka Ula gives us the details.
The risk of readmission.
Paul Douan is returning to his roots. After finishing his studies in the U.S., the 24-year-old French entrepreneur has chosen his home soil as the location to roll out his new startup, Bob Emploi. The website uses powerful algorithms to help unemployed people find jobs. His goal is to succeed where others have failed.
I know it's a bit daring, but I genuinely believe we can take the unemployment rate down 10%. Meaning by taking into account the unfilled vacancies, even if we manage to help people redevelop the sectors with the most growth, or simply keep them motivated to find a job more quickly, yes, I think we can reduce unemployment by 10%.
His website collects job market data from the French Employment Agency, then personalizes those offerings based on each individual's profile, providing them a diagnostic that gives daily action goals and drives them towards jobs with many vacancies. Job seekers are torn about the new technology.
For someone who is searching for work, meeting someone in person who reassures you and helps guide you isn't the same as going on a machine.
It will help better define my needs and searches with the employment agency and make the job propositions less vague.
Douan assures his site will get even more effective with time.
And it's time to welcome Dan and Jay Kattulkar, our in-house expert. Hello and welcome, Dan.
Hello, Julia.
You're going to tell us about an exciting project. Several cities across the world have teamed up with the job platform LinkedIn to have a better understanding of the unemployment situation in their area.
That's right. This year in Manchester and Stockholm, and last year in New York, LinkedIn teamed up with local city councils to give an exhaustive map of the kind of skills that are available in those particular regions. Now, for example, in Manchester, LinkedIn got the data of more than 500,000 users that are present in the area, and they focused on the jobs and skill sets available so that the local council, they can in turn determine what kind of skill sets are available in the region first, and if there's a need to impart extra training to the workforce so as to achieve the balance between demand and supply of jobs. So that's a very important thing that needs to be achieved in order to reduce unemployment, and it's perhaps one of the first steps that's been taken.
And speaking of job search engines, there was a time when Monster and Career Builder dominated the job search industry, and that was in the 1990s. And today there are countless other such websites, but these two platforms still have their place. Well, for more on the success of Monster.com, I'm now joined by Jean-Paul Hisson. He's the Vice President of Global Business Intelligence and Predictive Analytics at Monster Worldwide. He's also the author of this book, Win with Advanced Business Analytics. Thanks for joining us, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us, there's no question in your mind that advanced analytics is the best solution to solve unemployment. Why is that?
Yeah, I think this is the best way to really leverage the power of advanced analytics to improve workforce. And why advanced business analytics is really the solution is because it's helped us to leverage all the data, internal people data, external data about the workforce, unemployment rate, GDP, cost of hire, and even graduation to build predictive model that help us to optimize the supply and demand equation. That is very important to really understanding the labor market. So with advanced business analytics, we can address who should we hire, who should we retain, who should we promote, and who are the talent that should be developed. So with that in mind, cities and state, like in the US, we're helping Ohio, the state of Ohio, leveraging advanced business analytics to optimize their supply and demand workforce, meaning in area where the government feel like they have more demand and low supply, there are training that are put in place to make sure that they will lift up the supply and meet the demand. So with that in mind, I really think that we're really living in an era where advanced business analytics combined with the power of big data will be a great tool for human capital management and help employees to drive business performance.
And now this may seem a little bit ironic, but are there enough people trained in advanced analytics today? Are you, for instance, at Monster having trouble hiring in that field?
I think this is a very good question. At Monster, we have algorithms like CMOR that's help us to leverage semantic search to go after those and find those hard-to-fill positions. We also have solutions like TalentBeam that spider the entire website to find those that we call hard to fill, and they are in the occupation that we call STEM, that is science, technology, engineering, and math. So yes, there is a challenge to finding those people, but with big data algorithm that we have, such as TalentBeam, we're able to go and spider website, social network, gather the profile of those hard-to-fill gigs, such as data scientists, computer science, and make sure that we can provide recruiter with relevant candidate. But you're definitely right. There's a labor shortage on the data science, on STEM, that is there, but the power of people analytics and big data and semantic search help us really to be ahead of the curve, not really feel the pain as our company or the majority of company that not leveraging those solutions are feeling today, because the labor shortage is there and is there to stay.
Very well, thank you so much. That was Jean-Paul Hisson, the Vice President of Predictive Analytics at Monster. Dan, many people, young people at least today, face the frustrating task of having to train for a career or train for a job that doesn't exist yet.
Absolutely. There could be some interesting jobs in the future that might sound a bit of fantasy right now, like, for example, memory enhancement surgeon. So what that means is that just imagine if someone is able to insert an implant that allows you to either add or delete memory. Wouldn't that be amazing? Or it could be scary as well. I mean, there's always a possibility of that implant getting hacked or something, I don't know.
Right.
But that could be something for the future. So, for example, a neuroscientist in the US has already tested one of these implants on animals, and of course human trials are awaited, but it could be a possibility, soon.
Right.
And
so that's in 20, 30 years now.
Perhaps,
what are
yes.
other jobs perhaps a little closer to us?
Well, privacy is one of the biggest concerns of our digital lives, whether it's privacy related to reputation. So if you don't want to have these annoying things that pop up out of nowhere on the internet, and you want to handle them.
You want to control maybe your e-reputation.
Exactly. So you can have someone, you can employ someone to exclusively take care of that. Of course, you need to be a celebrity, because people like you and me, something comes up, it doesn't really matter to us. And the other important thing is the digital afterlife. So what happens when a person is dead? What happens to their digital afterlife?
Right, because your digital life carries on without you.
Absolutely, and that's why there are services that take care of it, in the sense of passwords or photographs and other utility bills, or which can be stored online using these services, or they can be passed over to a nominated person in the eventuality of something untoward happening to that person.
So you can write your digital will. Thank you so much, Dan. We're going to move on now to Test 24. Have you ever escaped from your reality to enter into a new one? Or have you ever escaped from your body to experience a more powerful one? Well, that's the promise of Hypersuit. Dan, it looks like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Absolutely. It's amazing, because it's an extension of your body. Till now, virtual reality has only been about moving your head to get that immersive experience, or maximum use your joysticks to do so. But here, the French startup Hypersuit has now taken it beyond just joystick and your head, and it's now extended to the entire body. As the name suggests, this Hypersuit essentially allows you to become a superhero in a matter of minutes. So if you want to fly high, fly quick, using virtual reality, this is the device that you were looking for. So you just put on your, in this case, I'm putting on HTC Vive glasses, and you're ready to fly. So I can be an Iron Man, I can be Batman, I can also be a bird, I can flap, as you can see, because the arm allows me to...
you can feel the real sensation of a bird, for instance, as you fly.
Yeah, exactly. The reason being is that these two arms allow me the natural movement of the arms as well. So it has 8 sensors. It allows the motion up and down, sideways, and so you can do multiple things, and it does by using a powerful computer,
right,
in which there is a customized software called Unity, and it connects with the computer that is used for the images in this instance HTC Vive, and you get that immersive feeling. So
it's used for gaming, but there are other applications, like in the medical field.
Exactly, as you know, this is a multidimensional gadget. It makes for interesting applications, like in the field of military. You can have, I mean, there are certain advancements going on in terms of winged suits. So this can be, I don't know, a training source. Same for astronauts, because in the new model, in the new prototype, they are going to have a fixed base, and the entire exoskeleton is going to be moving, so you can have a zero gravity experience as well. And then it has medical applications for people who have, I don't know, suffered from arm injury. So physiotherapy can be done using this Hypersuit in a fun way, so that it feels as if they are playing a game while they are recuperating. Now, this Hypersuit will be presented at CES in January 2017. Very soon, and it will be in the market in June next year.
Well, we look forward to seeing it at the CES next year. Thank you so much, Dan. Well, that brings us to the end of this week's edition of Tech 24. We hope you enjoyed the show, and do stay tuned to France 24.